All right, folks, we are back for the volume 29 of the weekly challenge, episode 2. It is Tuesday, and we are playing another non-best hand. I think we've struck gold with this format. We will certainly go back to our best hand tournaments and get in some more trouble in those. But here we're getting a real look at normal bridge, meaning we're not always going to have the best hand. We're not going to have that extra information. We're going to have to respond and or make different bids than we usually would be accustomed to in a best hand tournament. And that's where we are, folks. So here we see our next hand. We've had some pretty good hands so far, I'm not going to lie. And we are going to start with a 1 spade opening bid with this nice 6-card spade suit. And partner bids 1 no trump. Make your bid, folks. What would you do in the real world here? It's interesting. Some people would just slavishly always bid 2 clubs, right? They would just always show their 4-card club suit here. I'm not that person, especially when my 6-card spade suit is so good. If I had like a really ugly 6-card spade suit and maybe a chunkier 4-card minor, I might think about it. If, however, I had 6 spades and 4 hearts, I would 100% of the time bid 2 hearts. So let's make a distinction there. The majors are clearly a priority, and that's why I'm going to bid 2 spades here, mainly because I'm bidding a 6-card major when I have a 4-card minor, but also my 6-card major is amazing. Ace, Queen, Jack, 10, 9. That is a great, great quality suit. I'm not upset about that at all. And now partner bids 2 no trump. Make your bid at home, folks. What would you do? Yeah, I'm going to play some game. We're playing imps. I have a maximum, right? Look at my hand. I have 15 total points. And when partners making these invitational bids, folks, they're around 11, right? So what their concern is your minimum opening range, which is around that 11 to 14 that you guys always think about. That's what they're inviting for, right? Are you at the low end or the high end of that range I expect you to have? Sometimes you're even above it. You could be 16 or 17 if you've bid a different suit. So here we're right at 15. And again, that quality of our spade suit is so awesome that we're just going to bid 3 no trump and just hope we get to take 5 or 6 of those tricks, depending on what partner has. And notice why the spade suit being so good is so important, because technically if we win this trick, which we don't, I mean, I would love to win this trick, we can set up the spade suit just from playing ace and then queen, jack, 10, 9. So here we might not get a chance to do that, unfortunately, because of the way we might have a club entry here. So we'll see what happens. This is not the best situation. Partner's hand is weird. I'm not sure why they didn't decide to do something other than 2 no trump. I guess they can't sign off, unfortunately. Yeah, they have a tough problem, I guess. All right, because they can't bid 2 clubs right away, or at least they don't want to. They don't want a game for us with a void opposite our suit, which is usually a bad thing. And excuse me, after 1 no trump, any new suit by them would just be sign off. So yeah, it's tough spot. All right, so well. First thing we're going to do is play the queen and see how bad it's going to get. Ooh, that's amazing. All right, we love this. It's so easy now. There's an entry we didn't expect. And this is why the spade suit being good is so good. We play the ace of spades. We play the queen of spades. I'm going to alternate between pitching a diamond and a heart here, just to give them a little less of an idea what to do. Here I could decide to duck this, but then they could return a diamond, or they could just break open hearts, right? So at this point, I am just going to win the ace of diamonds. I'm going to pitch a club because it does not matter to me. And now comes the question, do I go for broke here? And let's just take a moment and count our winners, right? We want to make sure we know where we are before we make any hasty decisions. And what we do know is that we played 2 rounds of spades, and I believe they both followed. Is that right? I'm pretty sure you guys playing at home might have a better idea. But if we have 6 spades, right? We saw 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So that was 2 rounds of that. So Jack, 10, 9 should take care of any of the remaining spades. And I'm like 80 and 85% that I saw them follow to both rounds of spades. And if some of you are at home screaming or screaming, no, they showed out, I'm sorry. But let's say we're taking 4 spades. We've already taken 3 tricks here, right? So we're taking 4 more spades. That's 7. The ace of hearts is 8, and the ace of clubs is 9. Done, right? So what I might consider here, I might think of considering is, Well, I had 5 diamonds to start, and maybe if I give up a club now and they only can cash some diamonds, maybe I can create tricks there. I don't have to, right? I already should have 9 tricks, and maybe more if the club suit behaves. So here, my job is just to get to dummy, take those spades that I spent all that time creating, and I love to see this. If I'm unsure about the spades breaking, now I'm super sure. And now I'm just going to basically pitch red cards and plunk the jack of clubs on the table and see if I'll get him to cover. They probably won't, and I'm still going to take the ace of clubs because, ooh, they pitched a club to my right. That's interesting. We're going to play the ace, right? And the reason we're playing the ace, folks, is that's 9 tricks, and that's our contract. If we played the queen, knowing hearts and diamonds are wide open now, we have the possibility of going down. So we can't turn a plus 400 into a minus 50 or a minus 150, even though, as you can see, the club finesse would have absolutely won, right? We would have taken the rest of the tricks. I mean, man, we would have made 6. Oh, well, right? All we cared about, or all I cared about, is going plus 400 at least. And that's what we secure by taking that 9th trick there. All right, so recognize the steps we're going to take in these contracts. First things first, the diamond lead was a massive win because it allowed us 2 entries to the south hand that were known rather than just 1. All right, so now we just set up spades, right? We just play the ace of spades and the queen of spades, and that's that quality of the suit that makes such a difference, right? We still only have 1 loser, and we don't even have to take a finesse. We just give it up, and then we take all the rest in that suit. And if we can count to 9, we take our 9 tricks, right? We don't mess around with situations where we could just be going down when we're cold for a game, right? Those are bad spots. All right, let's see our second chance to excel today. Ooh, there it is. 1 club on our left, 1 heart by our partner. Interesting hand. Make your bid, folks. What would you do here? It's weird. I almost want to Q-bid with this hand. It's just, I mean, I might still Q-bid with this hand because it's so good, right? I have 3 card heart support. And recognize, guys, I know I have a heart fit. So am I mentioning spades? No. If partner overcalled a diamond, I would mention spades because that's a major suit. Here, I've already found at least an 8-card heart fit. So I'm just going to support hearts. And I'm going to do so in an aggressive way. I'm going to Q-bid the opponent's suit. Recognize, in a competitive auction, we see they've opened a suit and our partner has bid a different suit. Switch that around, doesn't matter which way it goes. The bid of the opponent's suit is a good heart raise. 10 or more points and support for hearts. Recognize we're just taking a suit we know we're never going to bid naturally, and we're using it to just show our partner that we have this. Invitational to 3-note trump. I am just going to bail out very low, folks, because I am at the lower end of my raise. And unfortunately, our partner still bids 4 hearts, so interesting. All right, take a look, folks. Not too bad, actually. Not too terrible. But we still have some work to do here. So take a moment, make a little bit of a plan, and I'll do the same. And then we will reconvene in a moment. So when I look at losers first, I would just come up with 1 diamond at least, no spades, 1 heart at least, and a couple of clubs looks like on the other side of that table. We can do a calculation that's important because the auction revealed some information. West opened the bidding, right? So partner had, let's see, 7, 10, 12, 15, right? Big hand for partner. We have 9. That is 24. Let's give this player 12. They open the bidding. That's 36. So East has very little, and East did not make a bid. That makes sense, right? So here we would expect that most of the points are in a left-hand opponent's hand, right? And righty's leading a low club. Interesting. Could be, it seems unlikely to be shortness because that would mean West has 6 clubs and they didn't double our 2-club bid, right? You see sometimes, I mean, and who knows what the robot chooses to do in these spots, but if lefty had 6 clubs, even with only queen jack, I would probably expect them to double, but it's possible they chose not to do that. But the rest of this hand is just going to be about drawing some trump, but also making sure we can get rid of those club losers over there. And here is the deal with these club losers. I am going to want to do this early. All right, and the reason I'm going to want to do this early, folks, is because I know I have short trumps in the dummy, and I also have short clubs, right? So if I draw trump now, how many clubs am I going to get to ruff after I'm done? Well, maybe 0, right? So I need to do this before I draw trump. And this is actually a dream scenario. This might look bad, but this is good. I'm trumping behind the person that's already out. So I have no fear of getting over ruffed on my left, right? So at this point, I might just mess around and take tricks the old-fashioned way by ruffing back and forth, right? So here we can do something like this and ruff a heart. And now we'll play a club, and we'll ruff that. And now we can plunk down the king of hearts, which I think I'm going to do here. I don't mind drawing a rounded trump here. And now we'll get maybe, ooh, beautiful. They drew some trump for us. And now we just have to give up a diamond, and we might have to lose another diamond, but we're going to get our 10 tricks. I think if we were looking at a match point scenario, we might have a way to take an extra trick if we're super careful or super lucky. But here, again, we just want to get this plus score locked up, and that's plus 620 in the books, folks. Boom, we'll take that. All right, so interesting way to play this, but the big thing to recognize is one thing that is going to be present in a very huge percentage of hands where you're playing in a trump suit, right? You have a short side suit where you have losers on one side, right? A couple losers here, and you have relatively short trumps, right? So as you saw, we had to kind of trump these first, and then we draw some trump. Right? Once we're done with the work we need to accomplish, which is those clubs, we could draw trump. The other way we could have gone about it, and let me show you, if we were playing match points, we might consider this line here as well. So after we ruff this club, and then we play ace of spades, and we ruff a spade, it looks like ace is out of spades, so it probably wouldn't have worked. But at this point, maybe we don't draw a round of trump. Right? If we play something else at this point, we might be able to ruff even a diamond in dummy if they don't draw trump for us ourselves. But here, I don't think there's anything we really can do if they defend correctly. Yeah, we're just in an equal position there. All right. By the way, if you haven't seen that, that's the cool this little blue burger here. Double dummy is the robot just telling you, hey, this is what happens if we have perfect information. Now, don't think that this means you should play it this way. What it means is, hey, I can see all 52 cards, and I know that this is right. Okay, so recognize that that's not always meaning you should have made it. It just means this is what perfect information would tell you to do. But we'll take plus 400 and plus 620 on these two boards. Getting to game is a big plus in both of these. And I think we did. The first one, I think, seems pretty normal to get to game. We'll see what the robot does, which game they get to. And this last one seemed also pretty normal. The question here is, did the robot choose to cubit with our hand or not? And here the cubit really helped us get to game. Whereas if they chose not to, maybe they didn't even get to this one. And we'll see a big imp swing. So we'll find out on Friday, folks. But until then, I will see you either in this, or don't forget, guys, the complete guides on bridgelesson.com. Doubles and slam betting are up now. They are up. They are amazing, and they will give you hours of enjoyment and a huge base of knowledge in each of these topics. So grab those at bridgelesson.com. I'll leave a link in the description for you. And let's see where we're starting off tomorrow. Ooh, partners opening 2-0, and this is our hand. Get ready for some fun. I'll see you then.